Have you ever felt like your body is slowly drifting away from you? Each morning you wake up to joints quietly, creaking as if they're sounding an early warning. It's only midday, yet your energy feels completely drained, as if the entire day has already passed. Many people in their 60s, 70s, or even 80s assume this is just normal, that aches, fatigue, and a lack of vitality are simply the price to pay for growing old. But the truth is, your body isn't betraying you. It's merely responding to what you've allowed to happen over time. In modern geriatric medicine, we understand that age alone does not determine one's health. Daily actions and habits do. Sitting too much, lack of sunlight, poor sleep patterns, or improper physical activity are quietly but steadily eroding your life force. The good news is, change isn't far away, it's in your hands right now. Whether you're already in your 60s or approaching 85, it is possible to regain strength, clarity, and a sense of joy. And it all begins with one small decision. And today might just be that moment. None of us deliberately chooses weakness, but it's the quiet, repetitive habits we practice every day that slowly steal away the health we once thought was solid and lasting. As we enter the aging phase, our bodies no longer compensate as strongly as they once did. That's why behaviors we once considered harmless can become silent thieves, draining our energy, flexibility, and even our joy for life. Spending long hours sitting in front of the television or a computer screen, a common image in the daily routine of many American seniors, one of the leading causes of poor blood circulation. It increases the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, chronic back pain, and weakened hip muscles, especially in people over 65. And that's not all. Lack of exposure to natural morning sunlight also leads to reduced vitamin D production, which affects bone density, weakens immune function, and disrupts the sleep-wake cycle, circadian rhythm system already more fragile with age. There's another overlooked habit: poor sleep hygiene. Many older adults believe insomnia is normal and simply try to live with it. But prolonged sleep disorders directly affect memory, blood pressure, and increase the risk of dementia and heart disease, threats that must not be ignored. When combined, these factors trigger a physiological domino effect, from lowered immunity and hormonal imbalances to increased fall risk and dependency. The good news is, we can recognize and break this silent downward spiral through awareness and small daily actions. We often hear, aging is a natural part of life. That's true, but growing old does not mean giving up, becoming weak, or losing the ability to live with intention. In modern medicine, there's growing evidence that aging is not a fixed destiny, but a process that can be shaped through mindset, action, and daily lifestyle choices. The human body, even at 70 or 80 still, can adapt and recover if activated the right way. The concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, does not disappear with youth. It continues into older age, as long as there's sufficient stimulation on physical, mental, and emotional levels. Similarly, organs like muscles, the heart, and lungs, though naturally declining with age, can maintain or even improve their function through regular movement, proper nutrition, and quality sleep. That's why the first thing to change isn't the body, it's how we think about aging. When we stop seeing ourselves as frail or helpless, we open the door for our bodies to begin responding positively. This is the moment to shift from enduring old age to actively engaging with it. Because being 60, 70, or 80 is not the end, it can be the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with more purpose, more vitality. And all of that starts with one small shift: believing that you are still capable of doing amazing things. You don't need expensive gyms or so-called longevity pills advertised on television. True health, both physical and mental, begins with very small things, done consistently each day. Below are 5 daily habits recommended by leading experts in geriatrics, physical therapy, and neuroscience, especially effective for people over 60. Get enough quality sleep. Start with the most powerful free medicine. Deep, restorative sleep is one of the most important factors in brain recovery, blood pressure regulation, emotional balance, and muscle tissue repair. However, older adults in the US have the highest rates of sleep disorders due to hormonal changes, chronic illness, and unsuitable living environments. Professional guidance. Keep bedroom temperature around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius, the ideal range to trigger natural melatonin production. Turn off TVs and phones at least 1 hour before bedtime. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Establish a bedtime body communication routine. Light reading, deep breathing, or prayer. Why it matters. Sleep is when the brain cleans out neurological waste, including amyloid, a protein linked to dementia. So, good sleep doesn't just help you feel refreshed, it actively protects your long-term memory. 2. Move lightly every hour. Destroy the silent killer known as prolonged sitting. Sitting too long, whether watching television, reading the newspaper, or browsing online triggers a chain of harmful physiological effects. Reduced circulation, increased blood clot risk, muscle loss, and disrupted glucose metabolism. According to the CDC, seniors who sit more than 9 hours a day face over 40% higher risk of heart disease and diabetes. Action steps. Set a timer or alarm to stand up every 60 minutes. Move for 2-3 minutes. Walk around the house, stretch, twist, or wave your arms. Try mini squats. Gently sit and stand next to a sturdy chair. Cumulative benefits. Just 20-30 minutes of light activity per day, broken into short sessions, can improve flexibility, strengthen joints and muscles, and reduce fall risk by up to 30%, one of the most common causes of hospitalization among older adults. 3. Morning sunlight exposure. Reset your body clock and lift your mood. Morning sunlight, especially between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., not only helps your body synthesize vitamin D, but also resets your internal biological clock. This is especially important for older adults, as this system becomes more easily disrupted after age 60, leading to insomnia, mild depression, and chronic fatigue. Simple tips. Each morning, bring your coffee or tea outside to the balcony, front porch, or yard. Sit or stand in direct sunlight for 10-15 minutes without a window or glass barrier. You don't need to exercise, just be in nature and take deep breaths. Expert note, vitamin D helps maintain bone density, support immune function, and regulate mood. Sunlight also promotes the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that makes you feel calm, centered, and content. 4. Strengthen your legs. Protect the foundation of independence. According to the National Institute on Aging, NIA, decreased leg strength is a top factor leading to the loss of functional independence, such as needing help to walk, dress, or use the bathroom. Muscle strength doesn't disappear on its own, it fades when it's not activated. Simple strength exercises. Wall squats. Stand with your back against a wall, bend your knees slightly, hold for 5 seconds, then stand up. 10 reps. Chair stands. Sit in a sturdy chair and stand up without using your hands. 5 reps. Heel raises. Stand next to your kitchen counter, lift your heels, then lower them. 10 reps. Do these at least 5 days per week. Why it matters? These simple exercises improve balance, help prevent falls, and allow you to stay independent in your daily routine without needing a walker or wheelchair too soon. 5. Practice yoga or tai chi. Slow movements, deep connection. Unlike intense physical exercises, yoga and tai chi are especially suitable for seniors because they improve flexibility, balance, and mental relaxation. These practices are not just about movement, they are powerful tools to rebuild the mind-body connection. Getting started. Search for Chair Yoga for Seniors or Beginner Tai Chi on YouTube. Practice for 10-15 minutes a day, preferably in the early morning or late afternoon. Focus on slow movements, steady breathing, and being mindful of each motion. Benefits. Studies show that after just 8 weeks of gentle practice, seniors can see significant improvements in sleep quality, balance, flexibility, and emotional well-being. You don't have to do all 5 things at once. Just choose one habit, do it daily, and observe how your body begins to change week by week, month by month. Vitality isn't defined by your biological age, it's defined by how willing you are to reconnect with yourself. The journey to restoring energy at 60, 70, or even 80 doesn't begin with big leaps. It starts with a small but intentional choice. You don't have to change everything today. You just need to choose one simple action. Stand up and stretch. Step into the morning sun for 10 minutes, or do 3 sit-to-stands without using your hands. That one action, however small, is deeply meaningful. It's a declaration that you're not done yet. Everything you've just read isn't just information. It's a doorway to a different version of you, more flexible, stronger, more independent, and that version is waiting for you, just over the horizon of health. Today, you can be the one to rewrite what aging means by how you choose to live each moment. Your age may turn your hair gray, but it can't dim your inner light unless you let it. Every positive habit, no matter how small, is a building block that rebuilds your foundation of health and independence. Remember, no one is ever too old to start doing something good for themselves. If you found this information helpful and inspiring, don't hesitate to share it, comment below with your thoughts, or tell us about a small habit you're practicing every day. Tap follow so you won't miss more content on healthy aging, active living, and science-backed longevity tips made just for you. Because the journey to lifelong wellness doesn't have to be walked alone, we can take each step together.